Jill Waters, and I'm the creator of the Oasis for Teachers YouTube channel. I create content for teachers who are feeling burnt out and need a refreshing and rejuvenating. On my channel, you'll find self-care tips, inspiration, and professional development. So if you're feeling burnt out as a teacher, please come and join us.
In this game of shadows, I won't hide.
Man, this episode is also brought to you by Conscious Ingenuity, man. Conscious Ingenuity. Let me share this link with y'all so y'all can see it, man. Appreciate everybody coming through today. Cold outside, man. Glad y'all come through. Definitely cold, but man, we're gonna get it in, man. You know how we do it. Y'all know how we do it over, man. Shout out to all the ballers, man. Shout out to all the scientifically literate people, man. When I say you balling, man, I mean you educating yourself. That's balling to me. Brought to you by Conscious Ingenuity. Conscious Ingenuity is a 12K program that utilizes STEM, science, technology, engineering, art, and agriculture, and mathematics to build character, confidence, and capabilities. The aim of the program is to cultivate a new generation of people who value and operate with high character as well as possess confidence in self, family, and community. Participants will also acquire capabilities in areas of STEAM, that can be used to improve the world around them. Man, you know we're trying to improve the African American community, one baby at a time, man. So I appreciate everybody that came through and support, man. Hit them likes, man. Let's get it going up in here, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I see you, Miss Bennett. Do I see you? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Tony Tone, appreciate you, man. See, we got some nuts in the chat already. Look, man, the American people have spoken. They have elected who they wanted to elect, and it is what it is. We're going to keep moving forward, man, because we're good out here, man. Y'all see the title of the show, man. Christianity and Jason Whitlock. Mistreatment of Black woman, man. Gotta dive into it. Said the people coming in here before we get this party started right, man. It's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be on fire. I'm going to drop the link early and often, man. Hit them likes up, man. Get them likes going. Those likes going, man. Tars, I see you, man. West Africa, I see you, man. Omar Reed, man. I see you. Slim Bay, I see you, man. Man, y'all need to hop on, man. Y'all see the title, man. Mistreatment of Black woman, man. Through the eyes of Christianity. Real interesting. All day, every day, man. Get 30 people, get this thing started, man. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. Like and share the show. We're going to keep this thing moving real quick, man. Appreciate everybody who's taking time, tuning in. Big up to the Ravens. Yeah, they lost. But they keep us entertained, and they always making the playoffs every year, man. Big up to Lamar Jackson. I'm sure he's going to be MVP3. I'm sure of it. And big up to all the rest of the teams that's left in the playoffs. It's all good. all day, every day.
Bobby Banger from the block, seen it all raw tough. Streets of Baltimore where survival's always rough. Joined the Marines fighting for a life he could save. But back in the hood, he felt like a runaway slave. Started an army, not of guns but of wisdom. I'm a rock squad, truth the anthem, we ain't just a God killer. Bobby Banger on his path for the truth. Empower the people, give them wisdom as the proof. Black power rising, knowledge shines like a light. He's fighting for the future, ready to ignite. Selling drugs on the corner just to put food on plates, but deep in his heart, he knew he had greater fates. From the traps to the lab, he fights ignorance raw, teaching evolution while shaking up the law. The real black atheist is changing the game, waking up minds never the same. God killer Bobby Banger on his path for the truth, empower the people.
Man, so y'all know what it is, man. This is Jason Whitlock, man. He a trip. All right. And he talking reckless. Now, y'all know about the sister Joy Taylor. All right. She on the show Speak. Is it Speak or no? What show is Joy Taylor on? Hold on. She is on. Let me get this right, man. Can't believe I forgot. I watch all the shows all the time, man. Let's see. I just can't believe that Whitlock fired on him. Crazy as I don't know what. And, you know, he did this a couple days ago. And, you know, yeah, it Speaks. She a co-host of Speak. I got it, right? And I always felt like she was very, very educated on subject matter of sports. But not this guy. This guy finds a way to talk reckless and crazy about the system. So if you don't know her, let me show you Joy real fast, right? Right now, going through accusations of a sex scandal. All right. Okay. That's her. All right. And if you're not familiar with her, okay, I'm sure you are familiar with her brother, Jason Taylor. Played for the Miami Dolphins, and he definitely going to the Hall of Fame. All right. But, you know, she didn't cut out a niche enough for herself where mention her, you don't got to mention her brother. But I want to bring context to this whole situation real quick. Let me see if I can find a brother for you real quick here. No, I don't even got the picture of her brother. I thought maybe I would have Jason Taylor on here. Let me see. So we want to play some clips. All right. And there you go. There's Jason Taylor. Y'all seen him. That's her brother. So this guy tries to belittle her. No matter what she's going through right now, she is innocent until proven guilty. That's the obvious. But the way he did it, I was thinking, that's a little bit out of order, ain't it? That's real wild. And he tells this story about when he was working for another network, because now he got his own thing. You know, everybody did doing their own thing, right? And he talks about how she was on, she had the, he was trying to get a job on the show, and, you know, she wasn't for all that. He wasn't for all that, having a young woman on his show. Craziest thing ever, man. I was thinking, man, is that kind of illegal For you to not want a woman on your show because she young, and what he called, I'm gonna let him do it. I'm gonna let him say what he wanted to say. Man, that's it. Get the likes up around here, man. We always doing great content, man. I see you, Gary Hart. I want to get right in here. James Nelson, I see you, man. I see you all day. And you got the green glow. Appreciate you, bro. All day has the green glow. All right, y'all. Let's get right to the clips. Crazy. Man, we got 45,000 building, man. We all at, man. We about to get this thing going. Yeah. That religion got them going. And I'm going to show and prove my point. Okay, so this is what we want to do. All right, let's get right. We're going to be clipping them up. All right, let's get to the first clip. Okay. Come out his mouth real reckless. I mean, super reckless. Man, y'all already know fair usage. All right. We pay these clips for educational purposes all day, every day. All right. Disclaimer. All right. This is education. Very educational. There you go.
This whole feminist movement, this whole black whole
Oh, let me get it right. Well, my fault. Get the settings right. The settings not right. I want y'all to be able to hear it. All right. All right, let's get it.
feminist movement, this whole Black Queens movement, this whole DEI movement, this whole sharing everything with women, and hey, there's got to be a woman host on all of these shows. Well, there's consequences to that. And this whole system has been set up to create the kind of chaos and division and inefficiency and corruption that we're seeing spelled out in this lawsuit, but we're seeing spelled out all across American media. We'll stick to sports media, but this all applies to cable news and hard news media, the whole 9 yards. When the goal is, in sports media, hey, this whole feminist movement, this whole...
So he's basically trying to say that the whole feminist movement and promotion of women for equal rights and jobs is actually causing a stir, causing people to be caught up in scandals, sex scandals, whatever. And it actually sounds like to me that's a problem with men, not women. Because a woman fighting for her rights ain't causing you to be caught up in nothing with her. And it's interesting that he says what he says right there. Let me play this clip one more time so y'all can get it. Do we know what the feminist movement was and what it represented? This guy is wild. And on top of all that, he actually promotes his Christianity. Now, the reason he can promote his Christianity is because he has his own thing. You know, in the regular workforce, they do what? They separate church from state. They don't want you coming on there and they work, talk about politics because you can't agree on it. Talk about religion because you sure as hell can't agree on it. But since he got his own platform, and I'm gonna do another show on how the difference between experts, all right, in the fields of my fault. Hold on, look at that. Being a reporter, journalism, and just being a YouTube blogger. I'm gonna do a whole show on that because Joe Button says some real interesting things, and I want to highlight that on the next show. Okay. But right now, I want to just, this is very interesting. What this guy is actually saying out of his mouth. Oh, shoot. See if I can get back to the clip again. I'm going to get back to the clip. Hold on. Play the clip one more time so we can hear exactly what this man is saying. It's unbelievable. I was sitting there listening. I was like, man, dude, he's wild. He's actually wild for that. Man, I just couldn't believe he was actually saying that. Like, this whole feminine movement, and this is 2025. You would think men would be past that. Goodness gracious. Crazy. All right, we go again. One more time.
This whole feminist movement, this whole Black Queens movement, this whole DEI movement, this whole sharing everything with women, and hey, there's got to be a woman host on all of these shows. Well, there's consequences to that.
Black queens, feminine movement, sharing anything with women, there's consequences to it? I want y'all to look up the Fox Sports scandal, okay, with Joy Taylor. Look that up, all right? Man, big up to my first Cash App. Appreciate the love, man. That's needed around here, man. And we got some real special guests coming on, too. All right? I swear we do. This goes straight to the thing. Appreciate you, Mr. Ali. Some love right there. That's all going to the war chest. Well, we got some serious guests coming on. But back to this guy right here. He said this whole Black Queen thing. So now it's attacking Black women for calling themselves queens, or for Black men calling them queens. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's just elevating their position. At least in your words, showing some love. He's a wild guy. DEI hires, like you can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden these women are qualified. That's why they're getting hired. Did he say that? And he clumped it all together. Crazy guy right here. Okay. Let's move on to the next clip. Man, everybody, man, hit the likes, man. Look, we want to at least get 4,000 subscribers around here, man. All right? We do. Okay. Man, and we want to keep producing great content. Fontaine, man, that's some love right there, man. Big up. Always a supporter, man. Support us with a fire song. You know we ain't gonna get out of here without that song going off, too. Let's get to the next clip, because this is what these dudes are saying. Interesting, yo. Let's get to the next clip. This is crazy. Can't believe this man said that. But watch this. He gets even more vulgar. Watch what this man does. Okay. Here we go. I don't necessarily think it's the women, man. Can't blame everything on the damn women. Sometimes you need to take a look at yourself. But go for all sides. But in this particular matter, This guy's out of order, man. Let's go to the next clip. So I'm gonna set this clip up for you. He's talking about how she was she was fighting to get a job or trying to get hired on his show. Not that show right there, but the show he used to work for in Fox. All right. You know, Jason Whitlock, I used to be a fan of his show. I didn't know he had this kind of mouth on him. I didn't know he had these types of ideas about women. Now, I'm not talking about a fan of this new show he got on his own. I'm saying when he was on Fox, like his commentary on things at times, right? Okay, here we go.
Kept my distance from Joy Taylor. And I kept my distance, not because I didn't like her, it's just because I knew myself. I know myself. I know what I'm capable of. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly, it's just, and that peanut butter skin with that big rack, like, Jay, keep your distance. That's going to get you into trouble. And so that's what I did. I kept my distance. Because when you put some woman in a job, talking sports with a bunch of men, it's a job she's not qualified for. She's talking sports with professional athletes, people that did it at the highest level. She's talking sports with me or Colin Cowherd or other people that have like really studied sports at a super high level. What does she have to offer other than her sex appeal? And so should we be surprised that she leaned into that? No, we should. They put her in that position.
Really? Is he really saying this? He's saying he didn't want to be around her because of her big racks and her peanut butter skin? Man, it sounds like you got a problem with handling yourself, brother. Like you can't control yourself. Like you can't keep it professional. That's interesting. So you're blaming her? Big racks, peanut butter skin. Sound like you can't control yourself, Jason. Find that to be very interesting. So for the way she looked, or the way you think she looked, because like they say, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. What you may think is fine, I might just think is average. It's the way it goes. What you may think is fine might just be average to me. Huh. Crazy. Women come in all shapes and sizes for a reason. Crazy. Man, this guy here, man, it's a wild guy. And I'm sure there's a lot of men that's like that in corporate America. Now, I ain't been in corporate America. Not a lot. Very minimal. Very minimal. But goodness gracious, is this where we at right now? This is actually at Fox Sports when he worked there. Now, it's okay. So he didn't want her around him based off of him not having an ability to handle himself. Sound like the Muslims, right? When they had the women dress up and literally like mummies. Well, you know, we don't want the woman uncovered because we're gonna act. There has to be some balance in there somewhere. You feel me? Like you can't have them looking like mummies, right? And you got to have some self-control. And the reality situation is early humans didn't have no clothes on at all. Okay? So they wasn't running around at all times not being able to control themselves. So that's a man thing. Man has to be, that's part of being a man, being able to control yourself and understanding where you at. Knowing how to separate business from pleasure. Very, very important. Man, boy, I tell you, old Jason, he said that though, didn't he? Yeah, I don't even want to replay that clip. Let's go to the next clip. It's a wild guy. It's going to get real interesting here. And I was thinking, is this illegal to do? So now, so let me play the clip. So now let me set this clip up. So basically what he's doing is he is, quote unquote, she is interviewing for his show. And of course, he don't want her there because he can't control himself. Okay? Now let him tell you what it was. Here we go.
And I ran into some friction because I didn't want a woman on a show that I was doing at Fox Sports. And so this is in 2015, 16 at the very beginning. And I can remember they brought Joy Taylor in for a test on the show that I was doing. Yeah, this is at the time when I was going to be initially doing my own show, and Cowherd was doing something else. And just keeping it all the way real, Charlie Dixon wanted her to be involved with my show. And so we brought her in for a test. And I didn't think the test went well. And I let everybody know, hey, I don't think this test went well. I don't want, this isn't the direction I wanted to go. I was trying to play nice and trying to meet them halfway in terms of okay, you guys are insisting on a woman being on this show because that's what everybody wants. And I was like, well, you need to bring a grown-ass woman on the show if it's going to be with me. It can't be at this time. This is 10 years ago. Joy Taylor's probably 25, 26 years old. You talking about, I mean, I got a lot of discipline, but 25-year-old with them big cans and that peanut butter skin who has nothing to say, at some point I'm going to lose respect. And I'm like, well, the only thing she's got to offer is them big cans and that peanut butter skin.
Dude is wild for that. He is suggesting that because a woman is 25 years older, one, they don't know no sports. And two, how long do you expect him to control himself with somebody with the peanut butter skin and the big racks? How long you expect? We expect you to control yourself as long as that woman is employed there. And you chasing down a 25-year-old woman or worried about a 25-year-old woman, you know what I'm saying? At your age, you're doing a little bit too much anyway. Calm down, bro. Now, if I talked about Joy Taylor earlier, and I mentioned her brother for a reason. Now, anybody who's sharp at looking at women and talking to women, you can already tell that Joy got a little bit of tomboy in her. You can tell all the way. I'm talking about from like that, like sports, right? I know you gotta be careful on what you say these days, right? But everybody know what a tomboy is, right? That's a woman that likes to play a little rough, climb trees. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to be dainty all the time, like to play sports, having nothing to do with her sexuality at all. Okay? We're not talking about that. But you can tell that Joy grew up in a household, right, dealing with sports. You could just tell. The way her conversation is, the way she talks about what she talks about, you can tell. Her brother being an NFL athlete, so she's been around it for years. So you trying to tell me that woman couldn't learn sports from her brother? You can tell the way she talked about sports, the nuance in the conversation. That ain't something you just learn. That's something you got to be part of. You can tell she's been a part of sports. And for this man to degrade her like that and saying the only thing she got to offer is the peanut butter skin and the big racks is wild to me. And he can actually deny her of getting on the show. Ain't that legal or something? Who was texting me? Man, that's a bit much there. That's a bit much there. That's interesting. That's a little bit wild. Or is it just me? How do you know that woman has something to offer? Because last time I watched her, she's very intriguing on the conversations. The way she talks about Lamar Jackson and them, her opinion with Michael Irvin sometimes on one side, Shady McCoy on the other side. Man, Paul Pierce. She kicking it with the boys. She's very intelligent in the conversation. Why ain't she qualified to talk about sports? Again, Jason? Because she got the peanut butter skin? Boy, that guy's a wild one right there. Man, very interesting. Let's go to the next clip. He rather have a grown woman on a. I doubt if you would treat what you're calling a grown woman. You say so you want an older woman on the show. I doubt if you would treat it any better, bro. Just the way you carried it with the younger one. What makes you think you would carry it even better because the woman was older? So now older mean you done got ugly and lost a step. That don't even mean that. You got beautiful 50-year-old women, beautiful 60-year-old women, right? Simple as that. It's depending on how a person want to keep themselves in shape. Man, you know they say black don't crack, right? Jason is a wild guy, man. It's a real wild. He's a wild one. All right, let's get to the next. Boy. Wild guy. And I bet this goes on all the time because he had the power to hire that woman. And he said when the lady came on there, the test didn't go well. It didn't go well because you were too busy staring at her damn breasts. That's why it didn't go well. Instead of paying attention to what's coming out of her mouth, you looking at a penis, you standing there like this. Losing your mind and blaming on her? Psh, boy. Man, we about to drop that link in a minute, man, and see what y'all got to say about this, man. Join the conversations, man. The conversation is going to always be very healthy. I mean, you know how we doing it. All right. I can't turn the clip up no higher. Let me see. Oh, I can. Dang. Hope y'all can hear the clips. All right. Here we go.
Because that's what everybody wants. And I was like, well, you need to bring a grown-ass woman on the show if it's going to be with me. It can't be at this time. This is 10 years ago. Joy Taylor's probably 25, 26 years old. You talking about, I mean, I got a lot of discipline, but 25-year-old with them big cans and that peanut butter skin who has nothing to say, at some point I'm going to lose respect. And I'm like, well, the only thing she's got to offer is them big cans and that peanut butter skin. And so if I got to put up with this, I might as well enjoy them big cans. And so I said, no, I don't want to put myself in that position. And so I can remember I brought in Bonnie Bernstein. Bonnie Bernstein's around my age, a few years younger, perhaps. But I was like, she's been around the block. She actually has been involved in sports media for a long time. She might have something of substance to offer. And the test we did with Bonnie Bernstein went much better. And I was like, if we're going to go, they were adamant, no Bonnie Bernstein. When I look back in retrospect, when I say they, I'm talking about Jamie Horowitz. And I don't know if I heard from Charlie Dixon on this, but I'd certainly heard from Jamie. They were adamant. No Bonnie Bernstein. And when I look back in retrospect, I'm not trying to disparage anybody. I'm just keeping it real. This show is called Fearless. I got to tell you the truth so you can understand these things. When I look back in retrospect, they were like, Bonnie Bernstein, she was 20 years ago. You know, we've had our way with Bonnie Bernstein. That we want something fresh and new. And so Bonnie Bernstein, you know, a woman that's pushing 45, 50 at that time, no value.
So the whole daggone situation is wild. If you reach 40 years old in the industry, you have no value. If you're 25 years old, you have no value, but your peanut butter skin and your quote unquote cans. And for everybody who don't know what cans is, he's talking about the women's breasts. How the hell do women make it? If you're 40 years old, 35, 40 years old, Lord knows you're 50, you're ancient, you're done. You can't talk sports at 50 and 40, 35. You can't talk sports at 25. So you got about 2 years to talk sports. What 30? That's too young, 30, 35. So you got a month to talk sports before you're over the hill. Crazy. And this man is pushing Christianity. How come his God don't tell him that's wild? And this is what I'm talking about. Oh, we gonna get there. We moving real, we easing there. Because I'm hot. That he be allowed to even talk about a black woman like that, and ain't nobody even thinking about that. Man, boy, I tell you, man, hit them likes, man. Like and share and support the black queens. Huh. Boy, I tell you, man. Boy, very, very interesting there, man. Somebody said, hey, LB say, man, women are third-class citizens in the Bible. I don't even think y'all make it to the third class, but they put you somewhere. It's crazy. See, look, man, we got a lot of powerful women on our team and on our server, man. And when they come across my desk, I got to deal with it. Dude, playing too much. Don't got no value. But what? Or she too old. We done ran through her already. Huh? She. Hey, man, look, I got daughters, man. All right. And what I learned something from being in the game. Let me tell you what I learned, yo. I learned that if you don't deal with something that's at your front door, yo, if you don't deal with it, yo, it's going to be there. If you let something sit on your doorstep and not deal with it, yo, your kid's going to walk right into it. I'm going to say this again, man. I learned this when I was hustling. And I never forget the time, and this don't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about, as far as, you know, just being a wild guy, a wild-ass black man on TV, because he's wild. This has all to do with when you see it, you got to deal with it, right? Because if you don't deal with it, your kid's going to walk right into it. I got daughters, and I fear that they'll walk right into it. So since I got a voice, might not be the biggest of voices, but since I got a voice, hopefully you in earshot to hear this. Young men growing up can hear what I'm saying. Young black men can hear what I'm saying. And when you run across a black woman, don't judge her from the way she look. Judge her on what's coming out of her mouth. Judge her on her content. Judge her on her intellect. Don't just judge her on her looks. And I know that might be hard to do, but you could actually do it. Take your time. Oh my goodness gracious. So I'm dealing with it. Now, the story about me hustling fits into this because I remember when the younger generation that was in my neighborhood, they wanted to actually sell drugs on my mother's block. Now, I could have been the cool one. Yeah, all right, move it a little bit down. It could have been all that. But I dealt with it. I was like, nah, I can't leave that like that. I can't have that like that. So we forbid that. We dealt with that situation. And I ain't talking about with violence. You just be smart. Hey, I got a better option for you. Yeah, up there, up the street. Up the street, Primrose, there's a hotel right there. Right there. That ain't nothing happening at the hotel. Watch this. We're going to make something happen up there. So instead of being on a block, which was Reuben Avenue, right, I convinced the little dudes to go up the street. And the reason I convinced them to go up the street, because I opened up a shop in a hotel for them and gave it to them. And out of respect, they never sold drugs on Mother's Block. Took it out of the community, put it out there in the business sector. That's how we did that. Well, anyway, what I'm saying is, suppose I didn't deal with that. Then my mother had to walk right outside that. Suppose I don't deal with this, right? Then my daughter's got to walk into this type of arena where men think that at 25, you ain't intelligent enough to talk about things that matter. That the only thing you good for is having peanut butter skin and big racks. Craziest thing ever. He said that. Now watch this. If you think that was wild, watch how wild this is. Oh, it's getting better. And we dropping a link. So join the show. Healthy conversation. I want to know what y'all think. Let me drop the link. Pin the link, man. Hit the cash apps, man. Man, build that war chest up. Big up to all the pseudo killers, man. Big up to the Doc and Unc show, or the Unc and Doc show, however you want to say it. Big up. Big up the conscious ingenuity, man. Y'all know what it is. Here we go. Now watch this. That's the same guy talking on the talk. Watch his next move. That's how they doing it. Tell me this makes sense. Crazy. Interesting. And wild. Here we go.
Harmony intro. We do need Anthony to open us with a prayer.
Father God, we're thankful for your word. Father, we're thankful that you have established the world and everything in it by your word. Help us to live according to your word, and help our conversation today to be pleasing and acceptable in your sight and beneficial to the hearers. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, guys. A female bishop, I don't even know the young woman's name or older woman's name.
So he dives into prayer. This on air, because that's their thing. They can do that. He in prayer mode, and then go right back to bashing women. Now, this is a different show. But on this particular show, he goes from prayer to back to bashing women. You mean God can't tell him to knock that off? Huh. Boy, I tell you.
Was involved. Was this on Inauguration Day, or was this yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday. She gave some, sermon or lecture to Donald Trump and a bunch of other dignitaries and politicians that were there. A female bishop. Let's play a couple of the clips. Let's start with SOT number 8. This is her scolding Donald Trump to be nice to illegal aliens and gay people. Play the clip.
Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families. some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation. But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches.
Okay. So the woman was speaking on more than just gay people. She was just saying in general, immigrants and the whole 9 yards. He decided to bash the woman for wanting to take up for marginalized communities. The most craziest thing ever. Now, had that been a man doing that, we need to bash the man? I don't think so. He's out of control. So we got our first caller. It's gonna be a good one. What's up, Q?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you feeling tonight, man?
I'm all the way in the game, brother. You know what it is. What's on your mind?
Wonderful. Okay, so good. So I'm glad you're actually addressing this because I was going to talk about this on my show, but I'm glad you are. So when you're talking about this particular clip that you just played and this particular woman that you're talking about, she's praying to God that we can keep these migrants because what she said, oh, please God, please Lord, keep these migrants. So what she wants to do is she wants to keep these migrants poor. She wants to keep these migrants marginalized to where they can stay here to keep prices down. But what she does not want to do is to send these migrants back to where that these billionaires and millionaires who own these farms that actually pay people. Because I'll tell you right now, if they want me to pick apples, oranges, and grapes, if they want to pay me $25 an hour, I would do it. But the problem is they don't want to pay American people to do these jobs. So this is why they want to skirt and utilize capitalism and also neoliberalism so they can pay these people $2 or $3 an hour to do it to keep this thing going so they can make record profits every year. So this is what is actually happening. So my question to you. Okay,
No,
go ahead.
that's not the show. That's actually not the show. The show ain't about none of what you just said. Seriously, Q.
No, I was going to ask you a question about what you just showed because you just showed something.
No, I wasn't focusing on that part right there.
Oh, so you
That's
didn't
a
care
whole
about what
thing.
she just said? Oh, you didn't care about what she just said that you just played?
No,
Oh,
that wasn't.
okay.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, you missed the show. The show wasn't about that. It
So
wasn't.
so
So
I thought
yeah,
so the show
it
was
was a
about.
good joke. It was a funny joke when you came in. You know, like a woman being a bishop. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean the
That's not what
Bible
I
guards
was.
against
I
that.
don't have a problem with
I
that.
know that. But you was talking about what she was talking about, the picking the crops. The show ain't actually about that. It's about Jason
Yeah,
Whitlock. He wasn't even talking about that. He wasn't even worried about that part. Yeah,
well, I
that
can
wasn't
deal
his
with Jason
concern.
Whitlock. Well, we can talk
Yeah,
about
his
Jason Whitlock. So with Jason Whitlock, when he has this obviously misogynist thing going on with women in this particular industry is what he's talking about. What is your issue with his issue with women? Because what we saw
Let me
was
ask the
with
question. Let me ask the question.
well, I thought I was going to
I
ask a
thought you
question.
asked the question. You gonna
No,
keep
I
you asked. You
didn't.
said, "What is my issue with him?"
No, but it was I was getting to that question. So my question is what is your issue with Jason Whitlock? Because his issue with what he was laying out with what you played with, not what you played with, but what you actually played. He was trying to say women don't necessarily need to be in this space, and he gave the reasons why. Because when you look at Joy Taylor, she was ready to frame this dude. So me personally, I don't think women should be in sports to this magnitude. Should they be how they used to be back in the day to just on the side? Yes, yes, go ahead and do that and that's cool because what Joy Taylor said what she said was is she said that she was ready to frame this dude for some sexual assault type shit all of that stuff. She was ready to do that if the dude she was screwing didn't play ball. So my question to you is, do you think that that's a good thing, that she should have that in her back pocket, and she should be able to use that whenever she wants to?
Has that been proven and verified there, Cube? I don't think so, Cube. I think that's all in the trial. We're gonna figure it out later. Right now, we talking about this piece of scum right now, brother. You can't get me to speak on something that the courts ain't spoke on yet. I ain't a mind reader. I don't know. I
So
don't
what
trust the
has
whole situation. I'm
so if
talking
we can't
about this man denying this woman a job based off her breast size and based off her peanut butter skin is what I'm talking about. That's
but he
wild to
never
me.
denied her a job though, bruh.
He
So
did,
like
man.
you're
He
wrong on
said,
that.
no, you're not. I'm not wrong. He was in charge of a show, right? If he liked her on the show, then she would have been part of that show. He fought not to have her on the show based off what he said, bro. That's not for debate.
So
We
do
can
you
play the
remember
clip
the part?
again.
Okay, yeah, we can play it again. Do you remember the part where he said he preferred to have this more seasoned woman who wasn't as attractive? He preferred to have her on the show,
Yeah,
and
that's not
the
fair. That's not
no
right. Just
no no
because
no.
because because he
You're
might
missing
think
it.
she attractive and other people may not think she attractive. That's
But you
all that's superficial. That's not
but you're
that,
missing
you know
it
what I'm
though.
saying? That no,
No
I'm saying that that's not a reason for a person not to get a job, bro. You don't know that?
no, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, but
Right.
he
So if
didn't
you
say
with
that.
me, then you hear what I'm saying with that, Q.
No, but
That's
he
not a reason
actually
for a woman not to get a job because you perceive her titties to be too big. Excuse my
no.
tone, and her skin too peanut butter. How is that a
See,
good reason, Q?
the unfortunate part is now I'm forced to defend this dude that I don't want to
You doing it
defend.
because you want to do it. I'm gonna give you a
No,
couple more seconds, and we're gonna
okay,
keep
yeah,
on the
but
conversation going. Yeah.
okay,
So I'm gonna let
so what?
you defend him,
Okay,
defend
what you're
that
saying
man.
is wrong. Yeah, I have to, because what you're saying is wrong. He wasn't saying that he wouldn't give the woman a job because of X, Y, and Z. He said that when he did his show, when he started his show with Marcellus Wiley, that eventually became the show with him and Marcellus Wiley. What he said is that he preferred to have a woman that was more seasoned, that knew the job. But when he went on to start it off, they gave him this woman, and he was like, I really don't want to do it with her because she's not seasoned enough. She's about 18, 19. She doesn't know the job. But you, it sounds like you haven't actually done your research and listened to the entire show, because I listened to it. And he said he wanted this older woman. And what they told him, what came down from management, is like, no, we need a younger woman to actually get eyes on screens. And that was forced upon him, is what he said. Did you
Okay.
see that part?
Yes,
Hold
and
on. Did
that's
you see that?
not what it was. Listen, man, we don't go through this with nobody, man. All right. You don't talk over me on my show, bro. Right? I don't need a lexicon lecture. I don't need none of that. You make your statement and that's it. And we keep it moving and bubbling. Right? Let's play what this man said. I don't know what the hell the man said. Hell, what do you think we retarded? And the woman wasn't 19, she was 25 years old. Grown ass woman. Fully developed frontal lobe at 25 at this point. This is what he's there you go. This is his reasons for not wanting her on the show. He couldn't handle a 25-year-old woman because of her breasts and her peanut butter skin. He preferred an older woman, more seasoned. Huh. Interesting.
Because that's what everybody wants. And I was like, well, you need to bring a grown ass woman on the show if it's going to be with me. It can't be at this time. This is 10 years ago. Joy Taylor's probably 25, 26 years old. You're talking about, I mean, I got a lot of discipline, but 25-year-old with them big cans and that peanut butter skin who has nothing to say, at some point I'm going to lose respect. And I'm like, well, the only thing she's got to offer is them big cans and that peanut butter skin. And so
I heard what that man said. That's all she got to offer. That's all she got to offer based off what you think she has to offer, which is wild to me. Chillin' Bay, how you doing, brother? What's good? Crazy. It's horrible, man. That is crazy and horrible. All right, wait till you unmute yourself, Chillin' Bay. All right, Cube, I'm gonna let you get your last statement in, brother. You heard what that man said. It wasn't what you said. You kind
Yeah.
of twisted a little bit. He's a little bit wild for that, dog. No matter what you say. Come on, yo.
Yeah. Thank
Oh,
you
she
for
got
that.
the offer. That
Yeah,
woman
thank
been
you.
around her. Hold on. That woman been around her brother all her life. That woman talks sports with a fan. Man, I know women, yo, they grew up in Pittsburgh, and now they talk about is Pittsburgh football. You know, they know everything about it, bro. And if you got a professional athlete in your daggone household, yo, you around them all the time. You understand the game of football. So she's definitely qualified for that. You don't
She's
got to
not.
play football to talk about football. You got plenty of men that ain't boxed, ain't played through a football, ain't coached a lick. You know what I'm saying? And on radio talked about the shit. So why can't a woman do it, bro? I don't understand that double standard, yo. So take that back, Cube. You did too much with that.
Well,
You was a little bit,
well,
you tried it. Come on,
well,
bro.
it's
We
unfortunate, bro. It's really unfortunate that you would think that, bro. It's really unfortunate that you would think that I'm trying to bring down women that they can't
I
talk
just
sport.
hey, I didn't say you was doing that. No, what I said
So,
was you
so what were you
mischaracterized
saying?
what that nigga said.
No,
That
I
dude
didn't.
said that he can't control himself with a 26-year-old, bro. It's what that man said.
Okay,
That was
so
his
he said he.
emphasis.
Okay, so he said
He was
what
being
he's trying.
honest.
Yes, he was being honest. What is he? Was
Right.
he
So then
lying,
what's wrong with it? So what you mean you can't control yourself, bro? And
bro?
then how
Listen,
we know,
listen, bro,
you ain't gay?
bro.
You feel
Let me
me?
let me tell you something,
So,
bro. Let
so
me
if it's
tell
a
you something.
26, hold on. Let's say he was gay. So you can't control yourself around a 26-year-old man then?
No, let's not say he's gay. Let's say he's a
No, let's
fucking
just
crack.
say that. I'm saying that's
Let's
how
say he's a
ridiculous this sounds,
crackhead.
bro. It's
Let's say
called the
he's a
workforce.
crackhead.
It's called the workforce, and in the workforce, yo, it's a mandate for you to control your damn self. You have
Let's
to.
say,
It's the
let's say,
workforce. You can
let's say.
control yourself and everything else. You ain't in the workforce smoking weed. You can control yourself. You ain't walking down the middle of the daggone cube drinking liquor. You can control yourself. So you mean to tell me you can't control yourself with that? That's crazy, bro. That's a him problem, yo, not a her problem. And she shouldn't have to suffer that, you know what I'm saying, and not be on the show because that man can't control himself. That's what
So
I'm
let's
saying, that Q.
so let's put it 1 to 1. If you're a goddamn crackhead and
Come on, man.
if you're a recovering
What?
crackhead, you
All right,
don't
man.
want
This is the
that.
last thing I'm
You
gonna get you
don't
off.
want
Go
that.
ahead, finish your point.
What? So I can't
Yeah,
just
go
finish
ahead.
my point.
Yeah, finish
So
your point, yo. Then we're
what
gonna
I'm
get you out of here.
saying
Then we'll
is
move the show.
what I'm saying is you don't want that stuff around you. You don't want that stuff around you because what it can do, it can cause that thing inside of you to flare up. So what he's saying
Man,
is
that's a bunch of nonsense. That's a bunch of
Hold on for
nonsense.
me. Hold on for me, Slim Bay. Didn't finish. Relax. Got you. Go ahead, Q. Let me get you out of here. Go ahead, Q. Finish your point.
nah, I'm good, man. You guys have a good night. Thank you so much for
All right,
allowing me
man.
on. Peace to you, brother. Peace.
All right.
Yeah, ain't
Go
nobody
ahead.
trying to hear all that foolishness he talking.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
nonsense. What Willock said is nonsense. It's
Mm-hmm.
utterly disgusting. I remember when I was incarcerated for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and they used to bring in. I was in charge of the chaplain at the time. That was my little side thing. And the Mennonites used to come in. I don't know if y'all know who they are. They are subgroups, kind of like the Amish, but they still do some stuff with technology. And the women would come in with bonnets on their head, wearing long dresses.
Mm-hmm.
And so one time I asked the guy who was bringing them in, I said, "Hey, listen, man, why do they dress like that? What is that for?" Of course, he went to the scripture. I think it's in like Peter or something about women should adorn themselves or whatever, blah blah blah.
Right,
Right?
right,
And so I'm talking to him. He said, going back and forth. I said, "Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean they have to look like that, right?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah. Well, we feel as though that women can like entice men to sin." And I'm saying, so the responsibility to stop men from being perverted and nasty is the women's responsibility? You mean that men don't have enough self control to not do that? Is that what they trying to explain to me? And so I hear the same thing coming out that guy's mouth. He's saying that because of her appearance, he don't have any self control. Since when is that okay?
right. When is that
Since
okay?
when is
Not
that the message
how.
that we send to young men?
Correct.
Right.
Correct, bro.
One of the qualities of manhood is the self control. What are
That's
we
right.
talking about here? It's utterly
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. It's
Mm-hmm.
disgusting what that guy said.
Oh
Right.
man.
And so sometimes people get this justification because of their religious beliefs that they
Mhm.
should be able to mistreat other people because of their own belief system. Right? I remember I'm gonna bring up her name, but it was a woman back in a young African woman back in the early 1900s who had a degree. I believe she actually had a doctor's degree in education, and she wanted to. She was going before one of the big churches back then, and they actually denied her from joining the education board because she was a woman. I've never heard of such things like that going on, and it becomes a hindrance. To me, it becomes a hindrance. Right? I had to jump on here because Q started talking filthy. The stuff he was saying was utterly ridiculous. I don't know if he's drinking or not, or does he not know what he's saying. Hopefully, he'll come back and watch it again and understand that's just ignorance that's coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, he wasn't. Jason wasn't saying that because he wanted somebody who knew sports more. He already said the woman didn't know sports, which is crazy. If you have a professional athlete around your daggone house, man, you're gonna interact with him his whole damn career. Simple as that. So you have a basic understanding of it, right? But when you listen to Joy talk about sports, you know she understands damn sports. She understands the human aspect of it. At least she understands how men and women feel, right? We're playing sports. It's very clear when you listen to this lady speak, right? Matter of fact, she be so serious with it, yo. You be like, man, that's a great damn point right there she just made. She always finds a way to bring out something that you weren't even thinking of. Why would you think that? Because she grew up in a household with a professional athlete that's in the damn Hall of Fame. Simple as that. She understands that thing. So what I'm saying, we don't judge men that way, though. You don't got to ever picked up a football in your life, threw a baseball, been anywhere near it, and can get a job playing sports. Talking sports. All you got to do is watch the damn games and learn the damn game. Come on, man. Stop it. That's not how they do the men. That's my point. So we got Nation. What's this Buff Nation? Bandwagon Nation. Jason saying he don't want a chick on his show and don't want the temptation or get caught up in some Me Too harassment bull BS. Whatever, man. Y'all tripping, yo. That's a Jason Whitlock problem. Like somebody said in the chat. Man, she sound like to me he needs some help. Some professional help.
Hey,
What's up, Cedric?
hey, Stim,
What
hold
it
on,
do?
say, hey, Stim, like, hold on, say, Stim, like God. I see you in the comments. Knock it off. Knock it off, man. I see you in the comments talking ridiculous.
Okay, so
All
what
right,
about
you. I don't understand this idea that men can't work around beautiful women and not harass them. Like, what is that about?
first of all, what about if I look at this dude, Jason Whitlock's age group? He's above 50, right? So, what about your role as a mentor? What about your natural parenting instincts to say, come, let me take you under my wing, let me teach you? Why is it your perverted brain go into a 25-year-old's breast? I would assume that a man of your age would be closer or more engaged relationship wise with the 45-year-old. And you, as a grown man, would take that young lady and mentor her where she fails or where she's lacking. What about that aspect? Why you go over into the perverted aspect of looking at this young woman as a sexual object instead of your nurturing and your natural instincts as a guardian and a parent take over? Why is it that your excuse is her physical attractiveness of a 25-year-old, which I'm sure you have kids of that age or older? How? That is
That's a
how I
great point. Taharka.
you
This says just because you can control yourself with a woman doesn't mean that all men can, and there's a long history to prove it. Huh. Then he goes on to say, he says, so society put rules in place just pulling these ideas out of their imagination. Man, get out of here, man. I'm saying that you had wild men. You got wild men that created the Bible. They was wild, right? They couldn't control wild men that created the Quran. They couldn't
exactly.
control themselves.
They were sexually dysfunctional. Let me show you what sexually dysfunctional is. When you say that a man shouldn't have sex with a woman ever, that's sexually dysfunctional. The Catholic AE, the Catholic Church. And you see it comes out in other avenues because men and women are supposed to have sex. See? So they
That's
create
why
these wild ideas where they make their women look like this. Look, they do these things. This is what they do. Check this out. This is what they do. I want to show y'all this. Let me show y'all what they do. Go ahead. You was gonna say something, Cedric?
Yeah, to support what Chilimwe said, during my studies in the Netherlands, I was, first time I'm coming in contact with headscarves, with the Muslim religion coming from this small island. So I asked one of my schoolmates, why is the prayer in your church, in your mosque separated? Why is there a separation between men and women, and why must your women be covered? And to what Chilimwe said, he honestly replied, because of temptation. If we're in church and the women are there, we won't be focused on God, we'll be focused on the women. And if women walk around exposed, then we are susceptible to molesting them. So, and I turned and told him, I was 18 at the time. This is when I just gone to Europe. I told him, so you put the responsibility on the women for your lack of discipline. I told him I come from an island where women walk on the beach topless. There are nude beaches, and we don't rape women. It's not their responsibility for us to control ourselves. So this is a flawed reasoning. Again, at his age, your parental instinct's supposed to kick in. You automatically become a guardian. I work with younger people all the time, and they become my kids. There's no way that a 25-year-old is attractive to me in a sexual way. That's impossible, regardless of the situation. And that's because you have principles and you operate on the fundamentals. That's because you're a grown man.
That's a fact. So we see some of this Muslim garb, and all of it is not the same. Okay, men created these ideas, bro. This men did this. Okay, men created these ideas, not no daggone woman. Men. So I find it to be very, very interesting how men claim not to be able to control themselves. It's the craziest thing ever, right there. All right. So this is the Muslim attire, right? And the funny part about it is this particular article is actually talking about how they quote unquote abandon this type of attire in their country. Okay, from Africa to Asia, it's talking about they can't ban it in America because you got a right to wear what the hell you want to wear in America, but in these other countries, right? Algeria, Cameroon, Chad, Congo, Egypt, they're actually banning this type of making a woman cover herself up like that. Very, very interesting. But like I said, religion is a man idea, y'all. Y'all can't tell. Let's do this for a minute. Focus. If you sitting there watching this show and you think that the Bible and the Quran fell out the sky, this show ain't for you. You tripping. Because God could just tell everybody. He could just put it into your head. It'd be one religion and one God, and it'd be like this. So if you sitting there thinking that, you're in trouble. So for those who want to think a little bit, men created these religions. They wrote the books. They had the power of the pen. Because women were marginalized, obviously. They weren't allowed to do certain things. We know how this country go. You couldn't even get a credit card in what is the 70s or the 80s without the signature of your damn husband.
Wow.
Not too long ago, you couldn't even rape your wife. Go figure that. It wasn't illegal to rape your wife. We ain't talking about in the Stone Age. We saying in modern times. 90s is something crazy, like crazy. Go back and look at our show on the serial killers. They bring all that good detailed information up. So I'm telling you, it's men that wrote these. That's why God is a man. God is a man because men wrote that.
They wasn't willing to share in equal power. They show you right there in their text where the woman fit.
She's
Out of
afterthought.
the rib come a woman. Man was first. And
As
he
an
named her.
afterthought. As an afterthought. All the animals were created
So
in pairs, but Adam had no helpmate. As an afterthought, she was created. When he found none amongst the animals suited, then the woman was created.
Go ahead, Slim. Man, hit that
hey,
link,
hey,
man. Hit that link.
Tahaka, whatever your stupid name is. Listen, let me tell you something, man. Don't be committing no naturalistic fallacies around here. Just because men have a tendency to do something, don't mean it's okay for them to do it. Don't do that. That's a fallacy in thought process. That's illogical.
Yeah.
All right. So
You're right.
knock it off with the nonsense.
Mm.
We have a prefrontal cortex so that we can have a form of self-control.
Mm.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Walking around here thinking this stuff is appropriate and acceptable is nonsense.
Nonsense.
It's nonsense. A woman should be able to feel comfortable in her place of work or anywhere
Anyway,
without feeling harassed, without feeling harassed by some perverted old men or
exactly.
young men or other women or other women.
It is one of the
It's
most
ridiculous.
outrageous. It is the most one of the most outrageous offenses that you will get fired on the spot. You will have to make your case if they can prove you in a management position and harassing your female colleagues and those younger than you is of the worst offense. That's trust your elder, your experience. You have these people that look up to you and you abuse that position is the worst thing you can do. Like to hear this dude talk on national TV about the daughter of someone else as mere cans and light skin. How can you consider yourself the superior, the more experienced? Then you're not creating and making way for the next generation by sharing your experience, your knowledge. You reduce her to a bag of meat. You're sick, and that of a 25-year-old. How do you even look at her breast at your age? That's wild to me. That's a lack of control in a professional setting as well. That's you
Listen,
lose
man.
her.
Listen, I'm not worrying about what a person is looking at. They're there for you to look at. We're not gonna sit there and act like you ain't looking, right? Somebody is of age, you know what I'm saying, 27 years old, whatever the hell you looking, that's not egregious. The egregious part is that you have an audience and you tell them that, quote unquote, the fact that I'm not going to hire her is because of a peanut butter skin in her breast. That's what is egregious.
You're wild.
Okay,
You're wild.
let me play this clip again so y'all can get the scope of what he was talking about and what he meant. Now, I know we're going to have some wild guys interpret it any way they want. I've learned that about this little slow community we have. People can make it seem any way they want. This is what this man said out of his mouth. To be clear, started from the beginning.
This whole feminist movement, this whole Black Queens movement, this whole DEI movement, this whole sharing everything with women, and hey, there's got to be a woman host on all of these shows. Well, there's consequences to that. And this whole system has been set up to create the kind of chaos and division and inefficiency and corruption that we're seeing spelled out in this lawsuit, but we're seeing spelled out all across American media. We'll stick to sports media, but
There you go. He's talking about the way a woman is being hired, the DEI hires. He's talking about the Black Queens movement. He's talking about the feminist movement. That's what this man is saying that. And he's saying that that's causing all the damn confusion. I know what the hell that man said. And I know what he meant and how he said it. See, that's not what's actually causing confusion. It's men like you that's causing confusion. You can't handle yourself properly in the damn workplace. Now, when you out of the workplace and you see a woman that you like and she is of age, right? And you decide to talk to her, that's different, bro. But you can't say you don't want that woman on your show because she's 26 years old and look beautiful to you. So she can't be because you can't control yourself. Well, thanks for your honesty, bro. After the fact, good old-fashioned Christian guy that is. See, the world he sees, he's looking through the lenses of his Christianity. That is that man's worldview. He sees the woman as being secondary. He sees the woman as needing to be in her place. Her place is definitely, he said it, you should not even be talking about sports. What the hell is going on? What's up, Reggie? How you doing, brother? What's on your mind?
Hey, I'm learning, I'm listening, and I'm learning. That's why I'm not speaking. But it's a great topic. My initial comments is that this male-dominated society and their views came about because of war. And war drove the need for strong male leaders. And then there was two cultures. There's a culture in Africa, and then there's a culture in the Near East and Mesopotamia cultures. And the Mesopotamian cultures drove that more. There was a time, that's why we study Africa, because there was a time where women were the highest netures or principles or aspects of nature. Women were. And today we're dealing in a world where there's the suppression of what women have done for our community. They have men have absorbed all of the most important movements that were driven by women. People don't know that the reparations movement started with a woman, Callie House. Callie House, she not only began the reparations movement, she also began the insurance industry. But because we're so tied here to white America, and that's why I am in real disagreement with the FBA movement, right? Because they want to hijack. If you want to talk about reparations, you need to talk about Callie House, right? You need to understand how this woman was able to get 300,000 petitions. People signed it all over America for payment for enslavement. So once we stop studying history and start studying these pastors and these religious people from Islam and these Christian people, but we're so tied into that because we're in America, and we've forgotten ourselves. We've forgotten Africa. These people don't even want to say Africa. But the reason why is because you look at Africa, then you have a different worldview. Africa wasn't perfect, but it began real civilization. Real civilization starts with women, right? That's something I learned from you, right? You can go into these ancient societies using the lens of anthropology, and you can find that women are essential. There can be no man without a woman, right? And and even when the men are captured in battle and stuff like that, the women still raise the children, even raise the children of the conquerors. So those are my initial comments. But it was man that they created the God concept that you're saying, and one of the reasons is because of warfare, right? The warfare. You need a strong, seemingly strong, because they're not really strong, uh, person to be virile and to be able to manage people and beat away his opposition. And that concept became God, right? Became El, right? With all of his children, right? That we've forgotten. We've
Oh, you're
forgotten.
going too far. You're going far. You're going too far.
Okay.
Yeah, you done went to L.
Yeah, I went because it's religion.
Yeah,
Religion.
it is. Religion. It is.
So I was in
Male deity. Male
huh?
deity. All male deities.
Yeah,
Hey,
all male.
I'm about to jump off. I just jumped on to say that
Appreciate
about
that,
Q
bro.
for a minute. No,
Appreciate
no
that, man.
problem.
All right, bro.
But I've been looking into something that's going on in West Africa right now that is very problematic for me. And that's this situation with breast ironing. And if you're unaware of what it is, you should look it up. You should look it up and why they're doing it. Very, very
Breast
problematic.
iron. Yeah,
Breast
so
ironing, yes, sir.
yeah, so I'm not with Reggie with that. Human beings all across the globe mistreat women. I'm not thinking that Africa is a place where women are super safe, especially in today's world. I'm not buying none of that neither.
I'm
So
saying in the
that's just an
modern
opinion.
world. I'm saying in the modern world, but if you look at
I'm
through
just
the
saying
lens,
in the world, period, brother. I think women have been marginalized no matter what culture you go to, and it's clearly obvious. And I think it's our responsibility in the modern world to recognize the pitfalls of our ancestors and just change it. See, you can't change it if you don't think you was actually doing it. If you think Africa was the Holy Grail, or Europe was the Holy Grail, or whatever, or Asia, or Mesoamerica was the Holy Grail in treating women, right? I'm saying you got pockets of humans within the continent of Africa that treated their women well, and then you got pockets that treated them well. Like one of my favorite persons, Queen Nzinga. They society clearly mistreated women to the point where she had to dress up like a man to hold the damn office. Same in Egypt. She had to dress up like a man to get respect from the men in the office. I rest my case. Classical
no,
civilization.
no,
Egypt.
no. Right. But
You're
there were
saying no, that's not what
rulers,
happened to Zinga. That's not
because
happening to Sebjet.
she wasn't the first female ruler in that
No,
land.
was I wrong? I didn't say that. Was I wrong? Did Nzinga, they forbid a woman to hold the office. Am I wrong? In
No,
Angola.
well, that's more modern. I'm talking about
That's not
classical
modern. That's
civilization.
in the 1600s.
That's not
What you talking
classical
about?
African civilization.
Okay, well, I mentioned both on purpose. Am I
Right.
wrong about her subject?
Two different time periods,
I know,
two
but am I
different.
wrong? Am I wrong?
I'm saying
Why she
the
gotta wear a beard? Why she gotta do all that, Reggie?
okay, because there was a change in that land.
What? Oh, you
They,
great. You gonna give okay, I'm not
yeah,
doing that.
no, see, that's why there was a
I'm
change
saying
in
you
that
about to
land.
say it? Say it. Let me I just want to hear you say it and we're gonna move on. Go ahead.
There was a change in that land. During the time prior to Mentuhotep the second, women you could see Hawat Hor Hathor cults right all over the place. After that period, it began to change. They made them chantresses, so they reduced the power of women at that time period. In the earliest civilization, you see Nermer.
Why they do it? Why did
Wait,
black
wait,
men do
wait.
that? Since you said they
You
was
see
black.
Nurmabas, and
No,
the
I'm saying why did
Nurmabas.
black women do that? Why did black men do that during her time
Wait,
period?
wait, 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 wait. During the Nurmabas, you see King
No, I want to
Narmer.
stay right there. I don't want to go back there. I want to talk about that. I don't want to jump all around. I might forget. During that time period, the people you calling black people, why they do that now? You said because of what?
Because of war.
What?
because of war, right? So the need for war, uh, when this particular society is warring with the Asiatics, right? You see a dominance. You see a dominance of men during the
So that's why the woman Pharaoh had to dress like a man because of war.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because who was
Uh-huh.
on her? She had to ultimately give up a throne to her stepson Tutmosis the third, who was waiting, and when he got in power, the priesthood chiseled her face and her images and her names off of many of the monuments. But going back to the earlier period, you see Nermer, and on top of the Nermer boss, you see Bat. Or you could call her Hathor Hathor if you want, but you see him paying homage to his. I'm not going to say goddess, but this female aspect of nature, this cow, and these people were cattle culture, and most of the time they slew them. Oh man, see, they
Yeah, you
slew the
going
male. They slew the male bulls, right? And they used the female cows for milk. Um, so the women were sacred, if I can use that word.
all right,
Not
thank you.
women, but the female principle was sacred. But go ahead.
All right, you didn't answer my damn question. Sweet Peas, what's up? Stew Peas, what's up?
Big up, big up, big up. I try not
How
to
you
be
doing?
controversial. I've
No,
been
be like
listening
you
all
want to be. Be who you this is show. Be who you want to be.
um I've been listening all over the net, and I've heard a lot of your speaking points, but you and Dr. Maya had speaking points when it comes to Lord Jamar, but nobody puts a name on it. Because I hear people talking and I realize that they may have come in contact with your show because the speaking points sound so similar. And I just say that the impact of your show, you might not look like you have a million subscribers, but you're making an impact. And you might not get notoriety. People might not give you your footnote at the end of the paper. But if you listen to the speaking point, it's almost parroting what has been said on this program. But
Mm.
keep up the good work. Keep up the good
Thank you,
work.
bro. Thank you, bro.
But
Appreciate that.
onto this topic, women in society has always been viewed as a commodity. Whether you be a dairy farmer that grows cow, female cows are a bigger commodity than male cows because you only need a few male cows to impregnate 1,000 female cows. But female cows are wanted because they produce children and they produce milk. Women has always been seen. The great Genghis Khan uses daughters to expand his empire. He was known for marrying off his daughters to other chiefdoms and kingdoms in order to strengthen his empire. So, because of that, male in power has always seen women as less than. And that cannot be argued. If you read history, you can see it. It's a commodity. Whether you want to be in Indian society, African society, daughters were seen as an ability to strengthen your hand, to invite other powerful people into your family. As a result, they were oftentimes kept subjugated or hidden behind walls, not for their own protection, but to ensure their value.
Mm.
But, but people might not agree with me on that. But if you look at the history of it, that is what happened. Now,
No, I
come to
agree
modern
with you on
society.
that. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. Now,
100%.
now, coming on to modern society, women in the workplace were oftentimes not seen as intellectually equal to men. If you even ask Professor Maya now, she has to fight every day to show that I am equal or better than most of you. 6 months ago, we had a female who was a lawyer, a prosecutor, a senator, a congresswoman, a
Hmm.
vice president, and we had people who did not graduate from high school calling her dumb.
Right. It was crazy. You was like, they focus on everything but her intelligence level. Crazy.
Yep.
Right? Right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
so when we look at it, we realize that we're in a society now where many people don't even want to compete. They don't even want, it don't matter if the woman black or white. They're afraid of competition. And the more people that enter the game, the more competition is there. So because they're even afraid to compete with this now, these women or women in general, they're going to try to deface the value of them. But as your daughters start graduating from universities, as more do now than ever before,
Mhm.
and they enter the workplace, you have to find a way. People who are insecure of their position are going to find a way to diminish them, to diminish their value.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
that is it. Right? But that's my 2 cents. I hope it made sense.
All right, let's call in here, man. That's a great take on it. Kinetic energy, what's good, man? Welcome to the program. What's good? You got your mute on.
Yeah, you muted.
Peace, y'all. Bro Reg, what's good?
Peace, brother.
My good brother, Peace Kinetic.
In on the build, who's next?
Huh? Go ahead,
You
you
got the
next.
floor. You got the
You got
floor.
the
Go ahead.
floor.
Oh no. I'm just in on the build.
Okay.
What's
All
going on?
right. Okay. All right. Miss Tiff, was you coming up or you was what you want you next? You want something? You got something to say, Miss Tiff, or you not in? What you doing? All right, she ain't coming off. It is what it is.
Yeah, we everything Stu Pease was saying has historical value. If we look at some of these old movies, we see dowries, right? So the more daughters you had, the more financially beneficial it was to you because to marry your daughter, there was a dowry required. For that, she needed to be a virgin, etc., right? So these things are all part and parcel of this male superiority. However, first of all, in my community, we've been under female leadership, for example, in government and in different sectors of the society. Women just simply have, however, first of all, have a leading role. So these ideas to me are very antiquated. The fact that we need to deal with them, I said that during the election. It seems as if people still have this a notion that a woman can't take on these roles, and these are antiquated ideas. I'm in my martial arts career. My first trainer was a female world champion. There's no part of me that ever sees a woman as inferior in no sense of the word. So it's hard for me to fathom these ideas. It's crazy. I don't get it. Makes no sense.
It don't. Miss Tiff, you wanted to say something? Welcome to the show.
Hey, I don't want to say too much because
Talk about powerful women.
well, I don't know. I wanted to share that comment because I think that as we hear this conversation play out, it always comes back to these types of men or these types of this type of rhetoric and ideology just refuses to see the humanity of women.
Right.
We're
How about that
objects,
part?
we're commodities. We're of no use when we're 25, only good for, to appease your certain desires. And then we only got about 15 years. And after that, we just hang it up. You ain't good for nothing. So I just think that at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. Just the absence of humanity when it comes to women. Period. We just don't have it according, to certain types of individuals. That's what I
Yeah,
get.
I think that's unfair.
Mhm.
Just this whole conversation was wild. Like you got to be an old lady to talk, and then because you 26, you can't talk sport. The whole shit was wild, man. That's
But
why I
then,
wanted
but then when he
to, looking
talked
at it,
about the
I wanted to just, get that off, right? I
yeah,
just felt like that's just, that was just out of order for the time we in. And if I didn't speak up on that issue right there, man, it's gonna come back
but when he
around. I
talked,
got daughters out there.
but when he talked about the older women, he also had something slick to say.
Yeah.
What do you mean by ran through her?
Yeah, what did he mean by that?
Yeah, we already ran. What did that mean? I was like, what?
What you think it mean, man? You like you don't got, you know what it mean? Come on, bro.
I mean, we know what it means, but
You
it's
know, yes.
but I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what he was trying to imply if that was
You mean the
actually.
guy with talking about the peanut butter skin?
Well, when he said we, is he just talking about I didn't think he was talking about men that were on the job. Maybe he was talking about in the broader sense. By that time, she's probably had relationships. So maybe the we was that.
Nah. He was talking about on Fox.
Oh well, that's even crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Cringe.
horrible.
He said they must ain't had no more use for it. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. So a woman is only good for about 15 years of her life, and before that and after those 15 years, she just ain't no good. Ain't no use for her.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
And I mean, but if you spoke if it was the other way around, then you would see how crazy it was.
Mm-hmm.
Since
did he start that show off with a prayer?
No, that's what he do though. He'll break out the prayer in the middle of the show. And that's why it's titled Christianity and Jason Whitlock. You know what I'm saying? Mistreatment of black women. You would think God would tell him, hey man, you're doing too much. God don't tell him that though. He think what he say makes sense because he ain't got no control over himself. In the workplace. We talking about in the workplace.
In the workplace.
You're in the workplace, bro. Right.
He doesn't consider himself a senior.
I just can't see how a woman can't get a job based off that though. I'm confused because you can't control yourself. That means that she's not allowed to make no money in that space. The craziest thing ever, bro. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is, man.
He concludes her intelligence based on her age. That means she hasn't been. And I mean, do you need a PhD to be a sportscaster or talk about sports? I didn't know you need a PhD. I thought this was type of stuff that broadcasters do. She's trained in broadcasting, so she's ready to do the job. Now, if you feel that she needs mentoring in certain aspects of this particular job, then you take on the role as a senior and you advise her and you mentor her. You don't conclude that she's only good for cans and creamy skin, and therefore she's not worthy to be on the show. I got daughters. So how? That's impossible. I'm a senior at my place of employment. I have youngsters working in waiting and this stuff. You're a mentor. These are not you're on the job. How do he get away with saying this on national TV? Like how he gets away with this?
No, what has been happening? What has been happening, Cedric, is that over the last 3 years,
Now, hold
this
on for a
red
minute,
pill agenda.
real quick, brother. I wanted to show this right here. Look, she attended Barry University. She graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Broadcasting and Communication. Why in the fuck wouldn't she work there? It doesn't make sense. Okay? She was on a radio show. She also worked on a radio show. Okay? She worked on a radio show while finishing her degree, broadcasting. So you saying that she can't have a job there? That's my point. What more the woman got to do? Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I just wanted to bring that in. She actually has a bachelor in communication.
She's
What are we
more
talking about?
qualified.
Well,
She's more qualified. So
because
the problem is that some black
Hold on,
men.
Cedric was. I think it was it Cedric? Was it you, Cedric, or
That
no?
was
That
two
was
piece.
Pippies.
Yes.
Go
But
ahead,
Yeah,
what
brother.
I
but
was going back to, what I was going back to is that over the last couple of years, this red pill agenda has taken off. We have all of these fresh and fit, this Andrew, whatever his name, Andrew Tate, and all of these who tend to want to diminish the value of women by saying the purpose of a woman is that um, if she's over 35, she's finished. If she has on a little extra weight, she's finished. So they tend to want to diminish the value of woman. If a woman is too attractive, there's a problem. If she's not as attractive as they want her to be, it is a problem. And this red pill agenda has been spilling over the last couple of years. And it is not good for our community. And a lot of people who would be losers, because Jason Whitlock, with him fat self, I only became fat after 40. But Jason Whitlock has been fat all his life. He's unattractive all his life. He has never had access to beautiful women without paying based on his appearance. He's going to tear down something that he cannot get. It's a matter of sour grapes. And because he's suffering from sour grape syndrome, he's going to speak like that. When you listen to most of these losers, fresh and fit, and you look back in their childhood, you realize that those are the dudes who were hiding behind the bleachers. Those are the freckle face, um, acne face dudes who did not have access, but now because they feel like they have risen to a position of prominence, their opinion matters. And if it didn't matter then, it shouldn't matter now. But the internet and YouTube and TikTok has given everybody a soapbox to spew bull foolishness.
Preach,
And they're
brother.
getting
Preach.
away with it. And they're getting away with it. But these young losers who are now old losers with money feel that their opinion matters. But real players know that no, because you only can say what you say no, because you are, who you think you are now. But when real meet them, real call them out and say, dude, no, stop it.
Go ahead, Reggie.
Because, go ahead, Reggie.
Go ahead, Reggie.
He's threatened by a more qualified and talented woman, and that is what's coming out. And so, if and it comes to viewership. So if he's on the show, from what she says and her qualifications, he may not look as prominent. So I don't have too much to say about him, except for immediately it seems that it looks like I'm gonna block her because if she gets to run the whole show, my contract might be ended, and so that's why we always have to study. We always have to improve ourselves, because there are younger, smarter people, and in the United States right now, many women fit that bill. And I was going back to my other statement about how women have led many of our movements, but it's been absorbed by the preacher class, the Christian class in our communities. So I don't have too much to say on that, but my point is I can immediately see that by his description of women, he feels intimidated by well-educated, articulate women compared to him. So I'll stop for now.
Yeah, that's a great point right there, man. All right, GQ, what's on your mind?
Hey, what's
Talk
happening,
to
Mark?
us.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, I think Jason Whitlock, he's one of the biggest coons in the world, first and foremost. His whole ancient way of thinking, when it comes to more than just this topic, but especially when it comes to women, that's dead anyway. And I think he on his way out the door. I don't think he's gonna survive much longer. with these talking points that he got. But I will say,
well, we got some men to support that though, and they support that show he got. You know, you got men to support that type of stuff. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, we do, but it's not, that support is staggering. I mean, it's not as big as it was at one point, especially 2-3 years ago when we around the pandemic time when we did have all the gender banging and a lot of them turned out to be LGBTQ anyway. We just the cover them been blown off of that. You can see that in the amount of LGBTQ that's running to the Republicans and to standing behind Donald Trump. You can see that those were the same ones that were anti-women anyway when you talk about men. But that's kind of insane. But I will say, when you say stuff like, we had a woman that was running and she was more qualified, this, that, and the other. I don't think that's the reason why she lost the election, because she was a woman. I just don't subscribe to that. I think if Biden had stayed in there, he still would have lost the election. It's just on their bad, policies over the last 4 years. I don't contribute it to her being a woman.
I would, and because this country ain't ready for women leadership. They very religions speak against it, and when your highest moral fabric, right, is your religion, and your religion preach that a woman is secondary, I'm not sure this country was actually ready for a woman. Now, there's places in Africa. One sec. There's places in Africa that have women leadership. There's places in India that have women leadership and presidents. But the United States, nah, they ain't ready yet, bro. But go ahead.
Well, I was just saying we got a lot of women leadership in America. But, I mean, we haven't had a president yet, but all these other positions, we have plenty of positions where women been leaders. You know what I'm saying?
Like what?
I mean,
governors,
mayors, Supreme Court justices. I mean, damn near every vice presidents. I mean, we had everything except the top slot.
Oh, how many vice presidents we had as women?
Just one, but we had one. We only had one black president. We making progress.
That's all I'm saying. That progress is slow. I ain't one ready for that one. Well, she ain't gonna be able to handle the army. I heard all that. You be like, what, yo?
But Stu Pease, man, you welcome to come on back, man, to the channel, man. I know you ran off because you owe me a couple dollars.
Oh man.
You can come back, man. You was on there,
No, let me answer that. I'll be back. I'm just going through some health issues now. That's why I've not been there. I've had a heart attack. I've had internal bleeding. I've been in the hospital 3 times in the last. I've been on the show from the hospital. I've been in the hospital 3 times since November. So that's why I'm going to be back.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
I can't.
Yeah, get well, Stu Pease.
Yeah, get well, bro. I'm truly sorry to hear that.
He was actually on the show. I'm like, Stu Pease, stop hollering, yo.
Yeah, but I don't cry. I getting better and I getting stronger.
How old are you?
How old are you, Stu Pease?
53.
How old?
Same age.
53, Stu Pease?
Yeah.
Man, brother.
Take it easy there,
I'm right there behind you at that age, so I don't know how detrimental that is as far as not getting enough exercise and everything.
No. I have all of the black diseases. I have hypertension, I have diabetes, my kidney function is at 60%. So I have all of name them. Name it.
Hey,
is that hereditary with you, Super?
No, it's not hereditary. It's just
hold on. That man say you owe him some money. Stop running. That's what he
I'm
said.
not with now with my $100.
Man, he
Because
tells
it's a
us all
contract
these
he's going to win.
things, huh?
I'm going to tell him show to give him the $100.
You owe him $100.
Yeah. But I didn't want nobody to
Give
say
him
I
a
told
heart
this.
attack, Unc.
He said,
Get
"Give
the
it."
fuck
He's
over
worried
him,
about
man.
no $100. He had a heart
Give him
attack.
a heart attack.
Nobody's worried
Unc, you
about
cruel.
Y'all
$100.
serious right now? Hold on, let me get this
Yes.
straight. Nah,
Over
nah,
$100, you gonna give him a heart attack?
nah. Listen to what I'm saying.
I think that might be why he had a heart attack. He lost that
Right,
election.
that's what
So
I'm
he
thinking.
spent me $100 on the election.
No, I didn't.
That's what I was thinking. I said, "Yeah, he made that man have a heart attack."
Listen, no, I stopped speaking to people. I don't speak at the election because it triggered my heart, but that's not the reason. I got COVID. I got three shots, COVID shots. I got COVID. And when I got COVID and I came home, I had a heart attack.
I'm
You had a heart attack on what show, yo?
So I had COVID first. I had COVID.
Yeah.
And
I truly want you to get better, bro. I mean, I didn't know that. I hate to hear
Yeah,
that.
we had fun, yo. I felt like you told us all that, yo.
Press
You
on you
all right?
about it, you know what? But you know,
Yeah.
you have.
That's
I will say you have been
every time
showing
I
up
got
over.
COVID, Larry,
I know you have been coming over here on Ankh channel for the last
Yeah,
month or two since you ain't been, but so you can still, you know, the heart attack ain't stopped you from coming on
I
this
don't know.
channel.
I don't want. I told you.
You was on the other channel. You was on
This
the
is what I wanted to do.
other channel.
This is what I wanted to do. I
Hey,
wanted to
GQ,
pay
what channel is that? GQ, what channel is that?
Hey, that's Psycho channel, Unc. I wasn't trying to do no plugging or nothing on your channel. That's Psycho.
No,
You know,
Psycho.
Psychopathias, Psycho.
Oh, you be over there? Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Stupees was a regular there. You know, we was over there every show, chopping it up.
All of those Republicans, I don't want to.
And everybody started telling me over there, like, man, Stupees be on Ankh channel all the time, man. Go over there to Ankh channel, Stupees. That's where you catch Stupees.
I'll tell you what. Look in the back chat. I'm going to drop my number in the back chat right now. I'm going to drop my number. Just send me a Cash App or your Zelle.
I could just
really
put
yo, what he beat you on? What he get you at, yo?
On the election, bro. You know, I bet him that Trump win. He bet me that that the Democrats was gonna win the election.
All right.
I bet $1,000. I bet 10 different people. Stupees the only one didn't pay me. I just want to make that
just send me a Zelle number, and I send it to you now. And I'm not saying, please.
You say you alive now, Stupees. Pay up. You living.
These dudes in there, man, be easy on it, brother, for $100.
I'm not being easy on Stupees. I'm glad Stupees is here to tell us about his experience. Some people didn't fucking make it. Stupees came on this show when he was in the hospital. I was like, Stupees, you in the hospital. He showed up. I was like, really? So that's like you trying to crack jokes about me used to getting high. That shit don't get me. I'm good with it. Stupees glad to be living and being on this motherfucking show. So we all right. Yeah, ain't nobody. Come on, man. I take that shit serious, yo. Hey, Stupees, you still walking? Because I remember you was walking. You back on that or what? Oh, you was there. Oh, you was in the midst of doing that, and that's what happened. No, you said you caught COVID, got a heart attack. I got you. All right.
Mm-hmm. Well, somebody got his number, so check up on our brother Stupees, right? We wish him well. Don't try to give him a heart attack over $100. I have a video.
Hell no.
I have a video.
You ain't right, man. You know that man.
I understand where you coming from, brother Reggie, because it is serious that once we get around a certain age, man, we gotta, we do gotta be on top of our health.
But you ain't gonna knock $25 off. You ain't gonna knock $25 off the bill.
No. What I will do when he send me the $100, I send Unc the 50.
Oh shit! Man. Hey, Stupees, man, go ahead and pay that.
Hey,
Unc, if you check your cash out, bro, every time I come on your channel, I send you one, bro. I never miss it every time I come on.
Game in your game, man. In the hospital.
What's your name on Cash App, yo?
GQ Auto Sales, bro.
Yeah, you do, yo.
Oh, he's an auto salesman. He don't take no shorts. He don't take. There go right there. The car can have a flat.
Used car.
a used car with a flat, and the dude is gonna be like, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. We can patch it up real quick.
Y'all crazy. Y'all funny.
But I have a video of a pastor that was on that was on the other show, right? That they was gearing up for us to debate. Can I play what he says about women?
What other show?
You know, the big show.
Oh.
So, but he was but this is from his pulpit. This is not on the show. So this is from his church. Can I play it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, ladies.
Ain't no music, is it?
No, ladies, this is not for you. This
Yeah,
is not for you. This is a pastor. This dude is not for you. All right. So share with audio. There it goes right here. Okay. So put it up. And so here he goes. This is a Christian.
Disobedience. We learn what is etiologically the importance of the story there. That is that man has a tendency to be disobedient. Man will be disobedient. And we also learn some other things there in the garden. Both the man and the woman became disobedient to God. And what we discover is who a man listens to, and we also learn who a woman listens to. And who we listen to determines whether we will be in obedience or not. For example, there are many people who are unfamiliar with the Bible who say a lot of things about our worship styles and the roles of men and women. If you just go back to the garden, you will learn about our tendencies. Man has a tendency to listen to the woman, and the woman has the tendency to listen to the serpent. That's what you get from the Garden of Eden. When God came to Adam, Adam said, "This woman you gave me," Genesis 3:11-12. He listened to the woman. That's been man's weakness ever since the Garden of Eden. He listens to the woman. Well, what was the woman's disobedience? She listens to Satan. And don't get this twisted. Don't get this corrupted. She was not listening to Satan because she wanted better tasting fruit. She was not listening to Satan because she wanted more beautiful fruit. She listened to Satan because she grasped after the place of God. Satan, the serpent, says to her, "Listen, you're not going to die. What God really is keeping you from is you being like God." What happens even in our churches today is...
Okay, I don't have to play no more. So
I ain't lost his mind like he about to fall out.
Yeah, she was trying to be like God. Don't let the woman be like God, right? You know, and because she listened to Satan, and the man, he disobedient because he wasn't listening to God. He was listening to the woman. Checkmate, right? Checkmate.
Like he's about to fall out with his gray tie on. Okay.
Salute to Stu P's. What's that again? Is it Bobby Banger? What's your cash app?
Oh, my cash app is Uncle Keck. Look, it's right here. Here you go. Look right here. I'm gonna show you what it is.
It should have been. It should be on my stuff, but I don't see it.
All right, there you go. You see it? In the banner.
Pastor's upset because we didn't stay ignorant and naked.
Yep. I got you. It should pop up because I know you in my history. I'm sending you that 59. Salute to Stu P's, brother. You know you stood on it eventually.
GQ, big up stupid. What up? Big up to man. Hey, appreciate the cab saps flowing tonight. Appreciate that love right there. Everybody about their word. I'm okay. All right. GP's must have took care of that.
Reggie, what up, OGs?
what it
Hold
is.
on for a minute. One second. We give him thanks. Stop it. We're gonna give thanks. GQ. I gotta say, big up to Steve P. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. All right. GQ.
Stupid.
Y'all talk that craziness, but they put their money where their mouth was. Both of them. Talk that shit y'all want to.
It took a couple months and a little help from you, Unc. That's why you deserve that half, bro.
Damn.
There ain't no
GQ,
shame
you
in
a
your
fool.
game. Cut your man.
Savio,
What up, GQ?
you know how long I've been on this tail, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Been telling me,
Yeah,
y'all
you've been
No,
chasing him
she
down.
been
You
out
have
in
been
the
hunting him down,
hospital.
GQ. You have been
Y'all
hunting him
crazy.
down.
He
Where's
over there with
where's
us. All you gotta
Stupid's
do
at?
is go over there to the community of skeptics. You gonna catch them.
Oh man.
You wild, you.
Oh
Hey,
man.
and Uncle stand up, brother. See, he stood even with the heart attack excuse. Uncle like, no, pay that man. I like that. That's stand up, right? I got to break you off, bro.
It's a conspiracy.
These dudes gonna make you pay
Conspiracy.
half.
It's a conspiracy.
Make you pay half. You see how they getting down?
It's a conspiracy. They tag team him.
So we did, man. I'm glad to have TBs around, yo, on some real shit, man. Be honest.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I am sorry about to hear about that heart attack, bro. Because
I'd rather you be here.
I'm working on
me too.
working on some shit too, bro. You know, I'm trying to get my weight down and get myself in order too. So I know that ain't no joke, man. That's serious shit, bro. For real.
Yeah, I'm
make fun of
I'm
that.
glad to hear that you're all right, Stupid's. I hadn't seen you around in the last couple months, so I was wondering what happened to you. I knew it wasn't because of the bet. I knew that wasn't why you was missing.
Savio, he been over here, bro.
Before that. Nah, I mean, I'm saying, like, even before he was always a guest and welcome over here with Aunt Nim, even before he got to messing with Q Butter.
Yeah.
So like, for me not to see him on Q Butter's show, I was wondering what happened to him. And not to see him on Psycho show. I was wondering what happened to him because
I'm telling you what happened to him, bro. You're not paying attention.
Let me answer.
Hey, Cuban, get that. Hey, hold on one sec. Hey, Mars, drop the link to the Discord. Cuban, grab that link, yo. And welcome back into the Discord, Cuban.
I've been trying to get into the Discord. Y'all got a new Discord,
No, we got the same one. You disappeared. You in there somewhere.
Oh.
Moderators, drop the link to the Discord so Cuban can get that link, man. Cuban link, see what I'm saying?
Cuban links? Yes,
what's up, Savio? What's on your mind, man? And by the way, man, I don't treat people any kind of way because they go on this show or that show. That's not my deal there. I always feel like I got the best informative content any damn way. Right. And I felt like I need you to go everywhere at head so you know where the level is. Trust me with that. So I ain't never treating you different because you might go on a platform with somebody I don't mess with. That's my personal thing. They don't got nothing to do to listen to Owens. Y'all got a right to listen to different content when you want to and how you want to. So I ain't never. I might throw a shot at you or something because it's all in fun.
Guess what? I'm gonna tell you real talk, bro. The only reason, and I'm always on Q Butter and Psycho channel. The majority of the people that be over there, they be over here on your show. Because you know y'all basically got the same ideology and everything. You know, as far as being the atheist and Pan African thing. Well, definitely with the atheist thing.
We don't got the same shit.
No, not with the atheist thing.
Yeah. The science, all that. Nah, don't nobody.
Okay, well, I said all this to say this, and you know, I'm not lying about this. The only reason I even know who Q Butter is because of Ankh.
Yeah, me too.
So whatever y'all got going on, you introduced them to this community. You introduced them to me. I didn't know.
He said he was gonna rob me, yo.
I didn't know. Damn.
When I see him, I'm gonna rob him. Dang.
He said he gonna stick you up.
He gonna rob me. Because we gave him some money for his science fair. Think about that. Gave him $2,500. And for that, we're gonna get robbed. Well, I say, okay, well, there you have it.
Terrible, bro. But I mean, honest to God, truth. First time I seen him, I seen you telling Sadat, like, man, I'm gonna bring this young brother Q Butter up here, and I want you to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? He with the science thing, this, that, and the other. You know, science, technology, and math.
Yeah.
You brought Q Butter, bro. Am I lying, huh?
I don't remember all that.
Oh, shit.
Plead the fifth.
I don't remember all that. You know, when I
That's all
remember
right. Hey, that's all right, brother. I remember.
I don't mind people rock with. Everybody can rock with who they want to rock with, yo. I know I always want to present the level, man. I know we got a platform where the experts come through, and we got another pop. Man, listen, man. You know I'm petty, right? Y'all got to know that about me. I get super petty, man. And that damn Egyptian argument got on my damn nerves, yo. And people talk that shit, yo. But I got a serious one coming on. All right, I'm gonna let you know right now. I got a serious one coming on. All right, black man, PhD coming through. Yeah, and we're gonna rock this joint. So stand by for that. All right, y'all gonna have to pay for that.
See, look, don't you get into it with him, because that's the same thing I heard when you brought Q Butter.
No,
minus the PhD part. It was, I got a serious young brother. He got his own school. He got a STEM school. You know, he's with the science. And you brought him, bro, to the community. That's Savio. No, I ain't doing it.
I'm not taking that. No, I'm not.
That was good work, though. It ain't nothing to be ashamed. That's something to be proud of.
Okay, all right. Well,
I mean, you know, like you said, that personal shit, you know, the robbery shit. Now we ain't.
Yeah, he ain't gonna rob. I ain't never had nigga. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I done went through the wildest places, Joe, and sold more dope than anybody. And I ain't never heard a nigga say they was gonna rob me, yo. They just do it. Just go. Don't say it.
Hey, you know that in the heat of the battle, that YouTube make you turn you into a robber, a mass murderer, everything, man. You know, when you get on here, ain't no telling what you might do to a nigga, man. You might go, I'm gonna kill your whole family. You know,
man could be in the hospital trying to get himself together and breathe, and I want my $100. Anything can happen on YouTube.
Can I ask Reggie a question?
Yeah, as long as it ain't about Egypt, yo, it's not going.
Oh no, it ain't about no Egypt. You know, I'm done finna ask him about no Egypt.
I get cut off in a minute, so this on show.
So we get to that. Did y'all put the thing in there though?
The Discord
link in there.
Don't do me like that, Uncle Reggie, because guess what? My name is all in your Cash App too, brother. I always support when I see my brother Reggie.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Now, I ain't no petty nigga, but when it's the principalities behind this shit, you know.
I just want to ask him one quick question.
I spent $1,000 to collect that 100. Yeah.
So you stupid, GQ.
You get to say I told you so one time. I hear that I told you so. You get to say it one time. It's I told you so, stupid.
Hey, let me get it off there, stupid. Because you were so adamant, and you were talking about how the man shit up the doo-doo on himself and everything. But I told you so, bro.
Oh man,
I told you so.
Can I get my question out? Because me, Reggie, and Morpheus did a show. Well, Morpheus and Reggie did a show, and I joined after they did the show about Yahweh being from Saudi Arabia. And I just wanted to ask them: had there been any pushback from any other Warner Brulites or anybody on that show, Reggie?
No, because I'm on my small show, and I was doing it. Whose show that I was doing it on? I was doing it on Smash's show.
Change the topic, man. Is y'all serious, man? Stay on the topic. Christianity and Jason Whitlock.
I knew. Sabio, I knew I only had 3 minutes.
I'm not getting into all that. Yahweh and so this ain't
Sabio, send me an email.
All right, I got you.
I cannot believe y'all, man. What do y'all think about Jason Whitlock? Anyway, man.
Jason Whitlock is a coon, a clown that needs to sit his big ass down.
Oh, wow.
Just saying.
I'm going to put that in a song. I'm gonna put that in a song. That's a bar.
Boy, y'all something else, man.
But yeah, that shit was
That's
cringe.
hilarious.
It was definitely cringe worthy, man. It was some sick, some real sick talk going on, man. That was some that was some predatorial type talk.
Exactly.
I don't want her around me because ain't no telling what I might do.
Yeah, I'm a disciplined man, but that can only go so far.
What type of shit is that?
I'm disciplined, but I only got what when you put that cocoa butter skin
in the can.
Hands, jugs. I was like, what in the world?
What do you think this is? The Stone Age or some shit? What, you gonna
hit up
the head with a club or something?
Well, I couldn't help. I couldn't help myself. No way I could work with that woman. How am supposed to work with that 27-year-old, 26-year-old? No way possible. She can't have a job around here.
And that's the reason why. That's the reason why we got so many lawsuits right now. That's why Fox News under what $100 million lawsuit now for all this.
Man, they don't know when to stop. They got to slow down for a minute, man. But look, man, I'm glad everybody stopped through. Man, y'all know what it is. Y'all listen to Community Skeptics. And then tune in tomorrow, man. We gonna deal with Joe Budden. We're gonna talk about Joe Budden and his take on me. He ain't do nothing. He just there's a new wave going on with the new media and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? I always say, yo, I prefer real journalism. Y'all know it. Yeah, I'm not sitting up there listening to YouTube and thinking they know about the court case. I think they tripping. I think they be making it up. There's a certain ethics that comes with being a journalist that the YouTubers just don't have. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow, man. So I appreciate everybody coming through. I appreciate the cash apps, man. I appreciate all the love, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We've been doing it for a while around here, man. Appreciate that, man. What's happening?
Peace.
Shout out to everybody in the bleachers, man. You got the stupids, man. Get healthy, man. We want you around, bro. The Dr. Cedric Ortega, pseudo killer official, man. Stay strong in it. Kinetic energy, man. Big up, man, to the atheist, man. Big up to Miss Tiff, the only woman brave enough to get on the joint. Hey. People with the scholarship salute, we give them kudos. But the people with that look of shit, we look and see straight through those like telescope. LV, Brother Reggie. You bringing malinformation to blast, then you the Ku Klux. Like say, don't talk me to death, bro. What a proof of? Good choo-choo chillin', why you wanna go with that choo-choo? Shalom boy got the tank in the cut. I'm in Sosa World plotting on the kick though with Kent. Come in Tiffany gave me the pseudo names on the list and said went and got the low. Anthony got him in the scope, Gullah and Gozy. Make sure DNA ain't a problem for them folks, cause a pseudo gon' die, they saw us. Hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunshine. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunshine. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunshine. Pseudo gon' die, they saw us. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunshine. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunshine. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunshine. We're not attacking individuals. We're attacking the information and attacking the methodology. This is long time coming right here. Let them know that we right there, running neck and neck with all other communities. We will not be left behind. Remember, man, we're not attacking individuals. We're attacking the information and the methodology, man. I appreciate everybody, man, that supported the show today, man. Big up to you. All love in the world, man. For all the non-believing atheists. We stand strong. We stand tall, man. Black African power, y'all. Like and subscribe to the community skeptics. Like and subscribe to the pseudo killers, man. Like and subscribe to Dr. Oya Mayat. And y'all know this show was brought to you by Conscious Ingenuity, man. Educating the babies. One teenager at a time. And with that, man, appreciate the viewership. Appreciate the love. And we out.